Hello and welcome to my channel Civil Cap. Today our topic is pin jointed frames. So let's get started. Our next topic is pin jointed frames. In this category, you'll see the analysis of trusses to find out the degree of indeterminacy. So initially we can simply find out the unknown reaction forces, or we can say that if we are able to solve the unknown forces by subtracting equilibrium equations, then we get external indeterminacy. External indeterminacy is already discussed in the previous lectures. You can refer to study here. External indeterminacy is equals to number of unknown reaction components minus number of equilibrium equations. So for a truss, or we can say that a pin jointed frame, let us take an example. If a question like this has been given where a truss has been showed with two ends supported with hinge support. So in this case we can find out the external indeterminacy by dealing with the external forces. That is, if there is a hinge support, then we'll get two reactions for each support. That is, total I have here total number of unknown reactions is equals to 4 minus I have 3 equilibrium equation for this type of frame. So the total degree of external indeterminacy will be 1. Let me name it with an E. So just by finding out the reaction components, we cannot say that we have completely analyzed this type of truss. So we have to find out the stiffness of the truss. That is the truss is internally stable or not. We can say that the number of excess members provided than the required stable configuration constitutes the degree of internal indeterminacy. That is, the number of members required for stable configuration. So first of all, let me find out the stability of the truss, which directly depends upon the internal indeterminacy of the truss. So for this I use a formula m is equals to 2j minus 3, where m is the number of members and this formula will give me the stability of the truss, where j is number of joints in the truss. So by this formula, first of all we can evaluate that the given truss is stable or not. So after this analysis, I can find out internal indeterminacy. I can find out by the formula m minus 2j minus 3, which is given from this equation. That is, first of all we have to find out the stability of the truss, then I'll decide that particular truss internal determinacy. That is, now I can define that the total degree of indeterminacy for the given truss will be the sum of external indeterminacy plus the internal indeterminacy, that is Ne plus Ni. This will be your total indeterminacy for pin jointed frames. So Ne will be obtained from external determinacy and Ni will be obtained from internal determinacy formula. So now using these both formulas, let us solve this truss. So before analyzing, first of all I should know the number of members given in my truss. So let me label it with some numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So total there are 11 members given in the truss, and I'll name the joints as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here I found that the number of members are 11, what I label it with M, and number of joints given in this particular truss is 6. So using these numbers, first I'll solve the stability of the truss. Then I'll put the same in the internal determinacy equation, or I can directly put the data here in the internal indeterminacy, that is M is equals to 11 minus 2 into J, that is 6 what I have evaluated from the truss, minus 3. So after solving I'll get the internal indeterminacy as 2, and what I have got from external indeterminacy is 1. Now taking this equation as first and this equation as second, I'll put both the values in the equation of total degree of indeterminacy, that is external indeterminacy is 1 and internal determinacy is 2. So total degree of indeterminacy for the given truss is 3. So degree of indeterminacy for this structure, that is pin jointed frame, is 3. Remember that for pin jointed frames the total degree of indeterminacy is the summation of internal plus external indeterminacy. So we end up this video here. Thank you guys for attending this lecture, and to motivate me, kindly subscribe my channel, share. If you have any doubts, you can comment me in the comment box. Thank you.